These are the best highlights from today's 2024 LCK Summer Split matchup.
Has been cleared to the blue side of top jungle, has been cleared, so they will get away with this. This is a really nice pressure here from Gen.G. These are small things, right? They're a little bit behind on gold right now, but it's relatively negligible in the grand scheme of things. They get this first objective so quickly that now they can contest for the top side objective as well.
Yeah. Ocean Drake early, always going to help out. Also feels good because now you know there's no Ocean Soul in the game.
Yeah, obviously, but he is walking up to contest grubs.
Yeah.
And Gen.G want to get everything. They want to get both sides of this.
Yeah, I mean, they got that Drake, as you mentioned, with the grubs. So important for their comp as Lucid in a bit of trouble. He's going to have to flash this wall, but into the wall he goes, and all out it over the wall as well. The Ignite comes in, Lucid flashes for no reason, goes down, and Gen.G will get first blood, 2 grubs, and now Paze is up in the top lane.
Yeah, Paze is just going to push Kingen out of this lane. There's no reason for Kingen to ult into Paze. They have to ult here now.
Should be able to force it. There's the ult, but now Lehens, he doesn't have flash, but he's trying to get enraged. He's a level 3 Poppy, and he just soloed a level 6 Malphite. I mean, obviously, Kingen was very low, but man, Kingen not respecting and not flashing away from that one.
Yeah.
But also just if they're able to stack a couple of Cloud Drakes, like they already have so much disengage, like how do you get on anyone as DK? As we have an all-out on the top side, Kingen, this is supposed to be a counter matchup, but well, at least he's got flash and he has his ult. Here comes the Maokai. There's the flash, but now Lehens is coming on in. He's getting revenge. Well, not revenge, but he's looking to double up. And now, bam.
450 in his pockets. Down here with Demolish, they will be able to get a turret in exchange. 5 grubs for a Tristana for a Ziggs is actually more valuable than the solo Drake.
Yeah.
Lehens is going to come over here.
I absolutely agree. I feel like this is a consolation prize, which is really weird to say about one Infernal Drake, but especially in the current situation, like at least they get one Drake. It is Mountain Soul, which is going to be huge, I would say, for both sides. We'll see who can get more of those Drakes and who eventually gets the Soul, if it even spawns.
Yeah, I mean, Valdez is dooming early, but TP to the top side, and they're going for Herald. Ziggs plus Herald plus Tristana plus 5 grubs is a problem that Dplus needs to somehow solve, and King has TP.
They're not solving it. It doesn't look like they're really in position to solve it at all. I mean, Moham's just zoned away. The Rift Herald's gone. So they elect to choose option C, which is to, well, do nothing about it.
None of the above.
Yeah. He accidentally hit the wall. He pops out right in front of Showmaker. Now he's in a really awkward spot. Paze is going to flash that ult. That is huge that he avoids that knockup. And now Kingen so far ahead of his team, and nobody can join him as the MF ult hits pretty much nothing except Keen. Down will go the top laner. Aiming, though, is going to get that kill onto Lehens, but it's only Lehens. In goes Canyon. He's alone as well. And now DK are turning this fight around. Canyon's super low. They want to get that kill onto him as the Phosphorus Bomb barely going to miss. And Chovy does deny the missile. But
Punish there, trying to set up the ultimate, and then Chovy also not able to maximize value here as Paze may look for a steal. Pretty hard to do so.
I mean, as Ziggs, we'll see. He doesn't have his ult, so that's, if he had his ult, maybe. But yeah, it's not going to happen.
To be kind of just an ult button a lot of the time in team fights, but with double ups and with her passive, you hit multiple targets, you actually do a lot of damage.
Yeah. They absolutely do. That fight was very close. DK did come out ahead. They got that first dragon. It does look like Gen.G, though, continuing with the pressure. They get that mid-tier 1. Keen also getting to work on the bot tier 1. So they're going to have all tier 1 turrets taken down early on. The 5 grubs really helping out with that and their composition, which we've mentioned many times.
Tech in. The Oblivion Orb.
I think it makes sense into this comp. There's just so much wombo combo. If you get caught by that, you want that extra shield. But Kingen just going to ult away. And now this Maokai ultimate getting huge value. Moham trying to crash down away from the team. But here comes Chovy and the rest of them. Gen.G on the chase. And with the Cassante leading the charge, they don't really have a way to get away. Canyon's going to lock down a kill. Lucid super low as he's going to get assassinated by Cassante as well. And so it is a 2-for-1. Canyon will go down. He did go slightly too far forward. Fears of a counter engage, but a bit of damage done to Moham already as they do look to set up here. You see the vision around the dragon is pretty much non-existent. There's no flank wards, nothing for Kingen. And if they see the Malphite just running straight at them, they know how to deal with that. So yeah, DK just not really going to be able to get in on this dragon. So that first one, the first Mountain Drake will go over towards Gen.G.
Look at Canyon's positioning.
Yep, he's got a very nice angle on this one. He is going to throw in the ult. They try to get on top of Toby, who is not quite able to buffer that one. The sleeve coming down, and Moham's totally going to miss on the left side, though. Down, though, will go Toby. It is a trade that DK will enjoy. And
combos, but also oppressive. And that's why they've committed so heavily to this mid turret, because theirs is down. And now TP coming through.
And there's a flank, and they're just kind of being squashed, aiming in a very awkward spot. As nice ult from Moham just to collapse this fight. But now the Ziggs ult comes in on top of aiming. He's just on the run. Kingen also has to ult away. Meanwhile, Moham's just dead once again on the left side, trying to just peel for the team. And he does that, but he also dies.
Lucid has flash, but I mean, this is looking pretty desperate. Remember, Kingen doesn't have flash, doesn't have ult.
They just don't have any setup. No Malphite ults, no flash, no Rel is the biggest one, and it's just free for the side of Gen.G. Like, yeah, maybe Lucid could have tried to flip it, but that's really risky. And so it's just Gen.G. They get one pick into a Baron. They found some angles, but the second that they kind of clamped down, got a little bit cleaner, DK just feels like they don't really have an angle. And it's not a huge amount of action. It's not any crazy, you know, back and forth ace big team fights, but
Chovy's playing Tristana, so he could solo that. He doesn't care. He will have some teammates come over now, but even if they needed to come defend the turret, he would just be able to sit over here, take this one down. Doesn't have teleport, but there's just nothing that Dplus could do to punish because Baron buff is up. What can Dplus do to try to set up a fight here? It's not like Moham has teleport, you know? He can't be where he wants to be without vision.
Yeah. It's also really fun to watch Gen.G that even from this lead, they're showing an immense amount of respect. I mean, they are going to throw in an ult here just to try to drop some siege damage in. I mean, take a look at the health bars. Lucid and Showmaker very low, but DK do clear the wave. So feels like Gen.G, they really wanted to get the turret. They're not going to get it then, but they're going to get it now. So, yeah, you stepped up, you cleared the wave, you stopped it for one wave, but you didn't stop it for the next one.
I mean, it's just so easy to commit ults and grab a turret. That's what Maokai does. Follow the dragon, here we go again!
And DK, it looks like they don't really have pressure to go for a Baron, so they got to try to fight for this dragon. Chovy will respect it, will back away, but now team fight kind of brewing around the mid lane. Kingen getting a bit low. Keen trying to frontline. Here comes the Nature's Grasp, and now Kingen just so far away. The three-man knockup, and now the Rel comes over the top, takes down one, and Keen is in the backline, but he might go down, but not before taking down aiming, and that is the main character on the side of DK. Showmaker still existing, but can he do enough damage alone? The answer is no, as Pays and Chovy, the two carries, charge through and finish off the team fight.
I feel like if the gold was a little bit closer, that might have been what gives Dplus a huge tip of the scales, a huge win. But unfortunately, even with barely Kingen getting off that combo there with Moham, looked like he might not have been able to utilize it. Once he got caught in that route, he's still able to make it happen.
Big BT shield, he seems pretty safe. Lines up a huge bullet time over the top of the Magnet Storm. And it just doesn't matter because he gets bombed to death.
Yep.
And then gets jumped on, all outed. Like, you know, he had his moments and he played it really well alongside of Moham, but it just eventually did not matter. Angle was maybe going to be the DK redemption arc in this game one. Instead, well, Gen.G got everything. Now we have a hugely deep TP, very far away from the team fight. He's going to have to run for about 17 minutes.
Let's see if he can catch one of these carries.
Well, he is going to find Chovy, who does try to buffer it and does fail, but guess what? Maokai pressed R, and nobody can join. Kingen's alone, and he is now dead. And the Ziggs bomb over the top gets a ton of damage down, and Keen also is just unkillable with this Mountain Soul. Looks like Gen.G, they play it carefully until they don't have to, and now they're looking to end the game.
That is going to be it. Some nice attempts from Dplus. That ain't AP Malphite. Chovy just shrugs it off, doesn't care, I got caught, but you don't have a team.
Yeah.
You don't have a Nexus.
And they can barely even survive in the fountain at the end. Gen.G, silent but deadly, as you put it, Pays.
These were some of the best highlights from today's 2024 LCK Summer Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.